baby. Never mind, never mind. All I think of you, baby. I need more time, so I let my go. This cover, it's never enough, never enough. I'll discover memories of you. It's filling me up, keep making stuff. I need you. Why just fighting a brother for no reason? You just fighting a brother. As soon as we make progress, you just say, "Oh, I can't believe that's time for a brother." I never been a fool to man around the fish. So why must I lose for you to win? It's all you respect, legend, let me say, whoa. It's all for all of it. Well, for all of it. Love for all of it. Well, for all of it. Big man, take me if you got to be preaching this, that's all this that I'm thinking. Why you don't want to make it? You're talking love, you got to be preaching this, that's all this that I'm thinking. Why you don't want to make it? Say it to somebody, yeah, just tell somebody.
Established in 1961 and still going strong.
Like, really? No. Shut up.
Radio Caribbean International. We are number one.
But imagine, sometimes it's feeling like there's only 2 days in the week. Yesterday was Monday, and look at them Friday afternoon. So hear that. Do you have a talent or skill that you can turn into a business idea? Well, don't sleep on you, my youth. Get your business started today. The Youth Economy Agency will guide you. Provide funding. Yes, sir. Provide funding. Plus training to run your business profitably. Yo, go online now to start living the solution dream. Just one click and boom, you're in business.
Good afternoon, Lucia. It's your host, Miguel Fevrier. You're locked into another edition of Youth Unplugged, the space where we amplify youth voices, explore opportunities, and get real about what's happening in your world. Now, here's something to think about as you know, I like to start with a random fact. This year, we've got 989 males and 1,000 females in Form 5 at our secondary schools, and about 850 students gearing up to graduate from the Arthur Lewis Community College. That's a massive wave of potential new entrants to the workforce once the school year wraps up. Now, sure, about half of those secondary school students might move on to SALCC, but here's the twist. According to conversations I've had with folks at Sir Arthur, we're seeing fewer students leaving Ireland for full-time overseas studies. Why? Because online education is now more accessible and affordable than ever before. That means more young people are choosing to work while studying, and as a result, more are entering the workforce sooner. Now, what does this mean? It means that there's never been a better time to tap into the Youth Economy Agency to access training, support, and funding to turn your skills into a business or career path. And speaking of tapping into potential today, we're joined by someone who embodies that perfectly. Miss Yasma St. Ange, a dynamic retail tech expert, mom, and co-founder of the Breadbox 758. Stay locked in because this one's gonna be good. Now, I'll give you a little background about Yasma. She is a dedicated mom to an energetic 2-year-old and a passionate professional with a unique blend of skills and interests. By profession, she is a retail tech expert, bringing expertise and innovative solutions to the retail sector. She's also the proud co-founder of the Breadbox 758, where her love for baking comes to life. Holding a PSc in Management Studies from the University of the West Indies, Yasma combines her academic background with hands-on experience as a certified bread and pastry maker. The Bread Box 758 is a thriving local business built on the values of serving with pride, working with passion, and delivering an unforgettable experience. Known for detail oriented, known for being detail oriented and meticulous, she thrives in planning and organizing events, always ensuring every aspect is perfectly executed. When she's not balancing her career and family life, Yasma enjoys traveling, hiking, and spending quality time with loved ones. She's also a fan of binge watching documentaries of all kinds, always seeking to learn and explore new ideas. Yasma, welcome. Welcome to the show. It's great to have you here. And I must say, having not met you before, our first conversation over the phone, before I even said I identified myself. I was greeted with a greeting. Hello, good morning. And that probably made my week because, and you see right now, Yasma has got to be one of the most cheeriest people you can find. You could just tell from our phone conversations. So, Yas, welcome again.
Good afternoon.
Good
Thank you so
afternoon.
much for having me today.
It's a pleasure to have you. And let's start with your story. To tech, from tech to pastries. How did your journey unfold, and what led you to where you are today? Where are you from? Tell us about your growing up.
All right. I am Yasma Saint Ange. I'm from the cultural community of PI. However, I currently reside in Peru. I am a retail tech expert by profession, and I am also the proud co-founder of the Breadbox 758. The Breadbox 758 is an online banana bread store.
Mm.
We go ahead and we make, and Miguel, I say this with confidence, the best banana bread ever. It's normally by orders, and we have slices available. And we've partnered with a few persons with regards to selling our banana bread. And our journey started 8 years ago. And last month, actually, we celebrated our eighth year anniversary. And it's an interesting story. In 2017, co-founder, my partner and I, we actually lost our son. So while home trying to recuperate from the loss, and grief takes a toll on persons differently. I had a conversation with myself and I said, listen, you need to go ahead and get back to your passion. Do something that you love. And I pulled out a notebook and I wrote about 15 dessert recipes. And the first recipe I actually tried was red velvet cupcakes.
Mm.
And it wasn't a hit, but it wasn't a miss. And the next recipe that I attempted was banana bread. I remember my neighbor saying, "Listen, this is really good. I think you should sell this." After going ahead and sharing it around my neighbors, I felt like maybe this was a little too bold, and I decided to continue making and perfecting my banana bread until I decided to tweak the recipe. After extensive research was done, I came up with this beautiful recipe that is now the bread box, and we're basically sharing an unforgettable experience once you go ahead and you purchase our bread.
Okay, so your banana bread is called a bread box. Do you do different varieties or
Yes,
just
we go ahead and we do various varieties. We have the plain, we have cherry yogurt, we have for chocolate fans out there, we have blueberry, just name it. We combine your regular ingredients to make you the perfect banana bread.
do you do a specialist order? So let's see. And for those of you who don't know, I love there's one particular drink that I love. It's Bounty. I remember for my birthday, they made me a Bounty chocolate cake. So would I be able to get a Bounty banana?
Well, we could go ahead and attempt that. We've actually tried alcohol. We've had a bourbon bread and we've had a Jack
Mm,
Daniel banana bread.
mm.
So we've been very creative with our breads, and we appeal to all target markets out there. There's something for children, there's something for middle age, there's something for the older demographic, and we're happy to go ahead and take in those kinds of orders where we can customize the bread. So absolutely, I can almost guarantee you we could make something for you.
All right, and we got an endorsement from you for you online already. Is it Neva Edward? She says definitely the best.
Yes, it is
So you
indeed.
have an endorsement there right now. And those of you, you can join us on the official page of Radio Caribbean International on Facebook, or you could send any questions for Yasma or myself on our WhatsApp platform at 724-0008. Now, Yasma, you've managed to merge two different worlds, retail tech and artisan baking.
Mhm.
How do you balance these two passions, and what do you enjoy most about each?
All right. So yes, I have over 17 years of customer service experience, and I am the retail tech expert for the retail store Viewfort for the leading telecommunications provider on island, Flow St. Lucia. and again co-founder. So what I love about
I
tech,
won't comment on that last part there because
there's no need. We're definitely dominating the telecommunications market. With tech, I I think anybody who knows me knows how cheerful I am and how much I enjoy. So with tech, we go ahead and we bring solutions. You have a problem, we go ahead and we provide a solution. You have a need, and we go ahead and we fulfill that need. What I love about being the tech expert, and I must say that one of the few ladies in the tech expert in the region, it's a matter of combining my customer service and providing a solution to whatever it is that you need. There's flexibility. I'm creative. You know how the technological world is with advanced, technology on a daily basis. So that gets creative and interesting every single day. Something comes out. Apple comes out with a new phone every single year. So I don't have to tell you how interesting tech is. I love that aspect about how dynamic it is and how flexible I could be with it. With regards to the bread box, it's my baby, what it symbolizes and what it is in honor of. The bread box came about when I was really at a low point in my life, and I found something that was passionate again amongst grief. In other words, there was light at the end of the tunnel for me. And, that passion goes through every single bread that is baked.
oh wow.
Yes, that love. So, I go ahead and I bake with my soul, in other words.
All right. Now, I'm sorry. I'm monitoring our social media, and you've got more endorsements coming in. We have Kendra PDD. Good afternoon to you. She says you're definitely the best. Uh, Challenge Hamel Child says, she says, love to see this. And Nayoshi, I believe, Louis Charles, she said, yes, it is. And Delphina Osman says, yes, indeed, I challenged her to a very specific taste. She thought it was a challenge, but she delivered.
Yes.
Wow, that's wonderful. Kudos to you.
Thank you.
I take it that this is your partner.
Yes.
In let me just widen the camera angle so we can see the other mind behind the
Other
bread box.
co-founder, yes.
Co-founder, we can see. Just come on the mic and deliver tell us your name and come on, don't be shy, come on. This is opposite attract. Tell us your name and the co-founder, the co-founder
Hi,
bread
my
box.
name is Ian Lesmaris,
Mm-hmm.
and I am the co-founder of the Bedbox. Usually try to call me a silent partner.
I realize. Opposites attract you. So
Yes.
that's good. But you have a name from that. As far as that's a name from shows outside. Definitely.
Yeah.
I can pick it up. Okay, now that you've joined, don't be shy. You stay there. You could, okay, yes, you're a mom to a vibrant 2 year old, and
Yes.
your
Yes.
dad, I would believe.
Yes.
How has motherhood influenced your work ethic, your priorities, or even the way you approach the business?
Um, I think it's my work ethic, becoming a mom, since becoming a mom has been even better. With a toddler, I've had to learn patience.
Mm-hmm.
And, as a young woman, I've had to go ahead and wear many caps. So I'm a mom, I'm a tech expert, I'm the co-founder. And I have to go ahead and strategically go into those hats on a daily basis. I cannot stop being a mom, and I cannot stop being the owner of the bread box. And, I have my 9 to 5. So becoming a mom has showed me how important it is to wear all three hats and how to go ahead and separate and allow my, place boundaries. So when I get home from work, yes, I have to go ahead and fulfill the boundary of being the owner and baking. But there's somebody, a little person, a little human that I have to attend to before I go into all of that. So, there's a lot of organizing, there's a lot of planning meticulously with every single thing that I do. But in terms of becoming a mom, I have had to endure more patience and understand that, I am not, I'm a workaholic, if you want to see. And I sometimes don't know when to switch off. Becoming a mom taught me sometimes I need to go ahead and put all of those hats down and just stay a mom.
All right. Now, that said, one thing that we failed to mention, I failed to ask you, sorry, we did fail to let our viewers and listeners know.
Mhm.
How old are you?
I
Obviously,
am,
you're under 35 because you're a guest here on Youth Unplugged.
I am 35 years
You
old.
are 35. You
Yes.
just at that threshold.
Yes.
And 8 years, you would have started that business in your 20s.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
I'm
I don't.
27.
I think now, if you were to allow me to say that, I think now we've seen a lot more interest for young people in business, and it's good to see that you started this business in your 20s. My guest last week is only 30 years old, and he's the eldest person in his
In his
company.
company.
I I
I
know.
yes,
I
I was
was,
listening.
yes, I was. So it's really good. It's really good to see young people taking that initiative, and you do hold on 9 to 5. Plus, you have the other 9 to 5. Well, that's 12 to 12, being a
Mhm.
mother, and
Yes,
of course being a wife to be. Let me just say it now, wife to be.
I fully
You know,
understand.
that's good to know. Now, when you're not juggling business or parenting, what helps you recharge? You did state a bit of it, but tell us more about your activities. What's your go-to hobby or guilty pleasure?
Guilty pleasure. So one of them is I actually enjoy watching documentaries and documentaries of all types.
We have that in common.
Yes, and it doesn't have to be. It's not just the scary documentaries or the criminal documentaries. Anything that will go ahead and enhance my knowledge, I definitely take that up. I'm actually part of the group on Common Goal Ministry. It's a non-profit organization, and what we do a lot of self-care, and we take that time to go ahead and understand, and apart from ministry, what it is that you as an individual value.
Mhm.
And sometimes, as women, we get so caught up in everyday's world, we don't know how to take a break. So I am actually grateful for Uncommon Girl Ministry, who gives us that outlet to go ahead and be you. And it's lovely to go ahead and not wear any of those hats,
Mhm.
but just be Yas, just be Yasma. And I love that. When I'm not wearing all of those hats, I love some me time. I definitely love some me time. I love reflection, and I definitely love journaling.
You love
Journaling. So
journaling.
writing,
Okay,
yes.
yeah. Wow. All right.
I'm an
Okay.
organizer at heart. So journaling is something that's very important in my day-to-day activities.
Huh, which is very explicit. You appear to be someone who thrives on structure
Yes.
and detail.
Yes.
Especially in event planning organization. Like you said, we haven't got to that part yet. Where does that drive come from?
Where
The
does that
structure, the detail and the structure. Not many can do that, can juggle so many hats.
Yeah, and I think with the other co-founder, silent partner, he can tell you that discipline is something. I'm very disciplined. I'm very organized, and I live for structure. I feel like it makes everything easier for me.
Mhm.
Um, it's rewarding. I love to go ahead and celebrate small victories. That's important, and I'm somebody I could go ahead and self motivate myself. I go ahead and I sit down. It's important for me to go ahead and reflect and say, well, this is where I'm at, and be honest about it. This is where I'm heading to. That passion, I think, came from a little girl. My mom was beyond discipline,
Mm.
and I think I just picked up from there and just continued.
Okay, you said self-reflection. How hard are you? How hard do you get on yourself though?
It depends on the situation. But I am I am normally tough on myself, and I have a really great support system who sometimes say, okay, you've been a little too hard on yourself. And when I go ahead and I check and I have that conversation with me and myself, and I'm like, okay, maybe take it slow. Maybe you need to do this differently. And again, honest conversation. I'm not going to go ahead and try and make myself think that this is not what it is. I'm head on. I realize what it is, and I just face it head on.
Okay, that's it. In terms of staffing complement, is it just the two of you? Do you have people who work with
Yes.
you?
So we do have a seasonal staff. When the orders get very, very busy. For now, it's just two of us, but when it becomes very, very busy, we have Mr. Nathan Samuel who basically assist us in everything. Again, we wear both two different hats. When he needs to come on, we go ahead and we bring him on. And if we need any other additional help, we do.
Shout out to Mr. Nathan Samuel. That's it. The Youth Economy Agency, of course, is the sponsor for this show, and their whole aim, to put it simply, is to allow young people like you, you're leaving the young people category, you're
Yes,
about to leave,
about
uh,
to.
but to have them turn their hobbies or any interests or passions they have into a business and a functional business. And of course, it's not only through grants or loan funding, it's the provision of training and training all aspects of business. Have you started to take advantage of that opportunity? And if not, why haven't you?
I actually did consider youth economy, but because of the silent partners age, we decided to go ahead and explore the Ministry of Commerce
Mm,
MSME loan grant
okay.
initiative, and I'm happy to say that we are proud recipients of that.
All right.
And look out for really wonderful things in 2025 from the
Oh
breadbox.
wow! Now I think Krista Bryan or someone from Youth Economy Agency may have to explain that to us, just in case
Mhm.
you it may lead to somewhere else. That's not the case. I think if you're the owner of the business and you are under the age of 35, I believe that you may be we may qualify
Mhm.
for, of course, assistance relief economy
Yes.
agency. So let's just hope that doesn't lead to anyone, even if your partner is old. Maybe you're the principal owner, might be able to, or should be able to get assistance from the youth economy agency. Uh, okay, so that's it. But what do you think of it of this type of assistance being given to our young people?
So I must say, when we initially started off the business, one of the challenges that we had was funding.
Mhm.
So now, 8 years later, we can see how much youth economy is actually playing such a vital role in basically turning passions into small business and thriving businesses at that. I think that's a great initiative. Sometimes we need help not just with the funding. There are quite a bit of courses. I've actually seen quite a bit of them on the website
Mhm.
that can help you because when you become a business owner, there's so much that you need to learn, and all of the avenues that youth economy is actually providing in terms of just the courses, not just the funding part, it helps you in terms of remaining successful, if you ask me.
Okay. Someone says you love the beach too. You didn't tell us that part.
Yes, and my son loves it as well.
Okay, the being from PI, so you get over the Safi beach side.
Yes, and PI Beach, Palambush Beach. Yes, I'm
And
always.
let's not forget Labrie. Let's not forget Labrie.
Let's
It's all
not
in the
forget
same area.
Lavrie.
The
Let's
West
not
Coast is
forget
beautiful.
Lavrie. Yes, we have the best beaches.
All right. Now, for young women listening who are interested in the tech, well, all young people interested in tech now, are we fooled? But tech or business, what's one piece of advice you wish someone had told you earlier?
One piece of advice somebody had told me earlier: be your authentic self. There's no need for you to go ahead and
So you mean you were not yourself before?
no, I
Oh.
was, but when you become in, and especially in corporate or in the world of business, there are a lot of things that you have to learn. But one thing should remain the same is that you should not forget who you are, you should not forget where you came from, and you should not forget your values. You should not forget your values, and just be you. And I think that's something that I have remained. I wish I learned it sooner. I was quite shy when I first started off in business, and then I just evolve into this beautiful social butterfly, and I'm sometimes. Sometimes my sister says to me, "You're sometimes too much in the morning because you're this ray of sunshine all throughout," and and that comes out when you are comfortable, but you still have to go ahead and remain your authentic self.
All right. This is Youth Unplugged, the voice of millennials, brought to you by the Youth Economy Agency. Your host, Miguel Fevrier, with Miss Yasma St. Ange, the owner of Breadbox 758. We will be back in 1 minute after a word from our sponsors.
But imagine, sometimes it's feeling like there's only 2 days in the week. Yesterday was Monday, and look at that Friday afternoon. So hear that. Do you have a talent or skill that you can turn into a business idea? Well, don't sleep on you, my youth. Get your business started today. The Youth Economy Agency will guide you. Provide funding. Yes, sister, provide funding. Plus training to run your business profitably. Yo, go online now to start living the St. Lucian dream. Just one click and boom, you're in business.
Okay, welcome back to Youth Unplugged with me, Miguel Fevrier, and my guest, Miss Yasma Taj, the co-owner of the Breadbox 758. And we're still getting more endorsements. I'm not sure what Miss Denise Williams says by nice load of wood, but Monet Edward, she says, big up my cousin, definitely the best on island. And I'm sure you're not saying that because she's your cousin, right? All right. Um, and I think Miss Yoshi Lewis Charles also asked for more information about the process. I'm not sure if you heard the ad, but you will hear it again. You could just give the Youth Economy Agency a call, or you could go onto their website to get more information as to how you can apply for assistance with the Youth Economy Agency. Now, back to you, Yasma. Yasma, give us some more information about Breadbox 758, your social media handles, how you can get contacted, and the process in ordering the cake. Oh,
Ordering
bread.
the bread.
I'm sorry, bread. Bread.
All right. So we're available on Instagram and on Facebook, and our handles are the Breadbox 758. Check us out. You could send us a direct message, or you could call or WhatsApp us on 287 3500 3500. Let me say that again: 287 3500. So we normally ask customers to go ahead and give us 2 days in advance notice before you could go ahead and get your order. You go ahead and you do so. You give us your name and your contact number. It's a very, very seamless process, and then your bread is delivered. We arrange whether it's pickup or delivery when it comes to picking up your bread or collecting your bread.
All right. Um, where do you see yourself next? If I get that, let's just make sure they get it right. It's the bread, no underscores, right?
No
The bread
underscore.
box seven five
Breadbox
eight
758 on Instagram and
on
Facebook.
Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
All right, you got that, folks. And it's 287
287
3500. I almost forgot what I was getting into. Uh, bread
Sorry,
box.
I advice myself.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, there you go. Sorry. Where do you see yourself and your business, yourself and your business in the next 5 years?
Okay, so in the next 5 years, we are definitely avid cafe people. So we definitely would like to have at least two physical locations in the next 5 years, probably one in the north and one in the south. We're going to explore those possibilities and continue providing wonderful banana bread, but adding more items to the menu. Probably light bites, coffee, smoothies, stuff like that.
Bounty chocolate banana bread.
We can work on that. We can work on that. We can definitely work on that.
Okay. You said more physical plans in terms of office spaces. Where do you
That's
operate
correct.
from right now?
Currently, we're from a home-based business, and going to a physical location would actually be very good for us, to provide more items to our menu.
Okay. Okay, and in terms of your market, though, at this point, what's the majority of your customer base, in terms of the age group, and what type are you? We haven't even gone to your events planners yet. So I almost forgot that you're. I wouldn't say a Jenny or a jack of all trades. You're just a woman who has
Yes.
it all.
Oh, yeah.
All right, but in terms of your client base, your customer base, the age groups that you sort of see who support your
Order.
business, patronize your business.
All right, so we actually have a very wide demographic, from the little ones to the elderly. We actually go ahead and create one of the a banana bread where there is no added sugar, and we rely heavily on the sweetness of the bananas. And we realize that it works very well with the older demographic, the older persons. I actually have a focus group. When we are introducing a new item, it actually goes through the focus group. It's three households.
R&D.
Yes, it's actually three households, and they currently range from age 10 to about 80. So we have middle age, we have the young ones, we have teenagers, and we have the older demographic. And based on the general consensus and feedback from them, then we go ahead and we actually launch that item on our menu.
Now, someone might say semantically, all banana is banana. So is it just regular bananas, or do you use plantain? Do you use ripe bananas? Do you use green fig? That
No,
kind
so
of
it's
thing.
just ripe bananas for now. We
Uh-huh.
have been challenged with doing a sweet potato bread. More research has been done on that. We have successfully done it for one of our clients.
Mm,
Yes, so we're looking into other quick breads as well.
okay, wonderful.
Yes,
Yeah, try plantain.
yes, we will definitely try that.
But it's ripe banana.
Ripe bananas, yes.
Okay, well, you try the green banana. There's an idea for you, right? I just want
No
my
problem.
royalties. I want my royalties. Y'all heard it's here. I suggested green banana bread. Anyway, for our final 45 minutes, let's speak about the other part of your wide cadre of skills. Events planning. What sort of events are you into, and how do you get into the whole events planning thing?
I've had an eye for events from I think a very tender age. That has been something, and it goes back to how detailed and organized that I am. I actually did a wedding, I think 2020, 2021, for Mr. and Mrs. Charles. I was the event planner, and shout out to them for actually be trusting in me as a newbie. That was my very, very first wedding that I coordinated, and afterwards we had I call it an autopsy where I was basically giving all the feedback from the bride and groom, and I think it was a wonderful job. They really enjoyed their wedding day, and that allowed me to tap into my event planning even further, to take it even higher. And I do small scale events like birthday parties, events.
Big up yourself,
Nothing. Yes,
advertise yourself. That's what
definitely.
you're for.
um but I think what I would really want to go into is more weddings. I think I have a knack for that. Coming from my first wedding, it was such a wonderful process. Everybody thinks it was crazy, but it was actually a wonderful process, and I actually enjoyed every single piece of it.
Just have one question. Are you trying to send hints for someone else in the room? I won't point.
He was actually the silent person helping me all throughout the
Oh, really?
process. Yes.
Well, let's hope you won't be silent. I'm putting pressure on you. Don't be silent. Don't be silent. There. Tell us about your daughter.
My son.
Your son. Sorry.
Oh, my son is the
His,
light of my
his
life.
name.
His name is Yan. He's 2,
Mhm.
and he keeps me on my toes. He's a ball of energy, just like me. He's a little more like his brother, but he's just so
He's
smart.
quiet like his father.
Not quite. He
Okay.
has this personality like me, but then in other things, he likes fight. He loves, absolutely love the beach. I think the beach is his all-time favorite thing, and he loves family
You
time
probably
just like
fostered him
me.
because you always at the
Nah, I
beach.
don't think so. He looks at the beach and he says, "I want to go to the beach, mom. Beach, the beach every single day." So my son is very energetic. He's amazing.
Does he like banana bread?
Yes,
Is
he
he in the
does.
batter? Like
Yes,
I
he
used to wait in
does.
the
Yes,
batter.
he does. Yes, and he has it all the time. He's just amazing.
All right. Any final thoughts as we close up the show? It was really wonderful having you here. I wish we could have been
Thank
on
you.
longer. But any final thoughts that you want to share with the public?
So first things first, definitely big shout out to all of the Breadbox loyal customers who's been there with us from day one. We are eternally grateful for you supporting our small business. All the events that we go ahead and we provide banana bread for, we are thankful. And shout out to all our wonderful banana bread customers and my support system.
Hey,
My support
tell us about
system,
your support system.
let me tell you, my silent partner here is equally devoted as I am, in every endeavor that we take on. My immediate family, big shout out to my sister and my sisters-in-law who encourage me on a daily basis. Everything goes through them. We go through everything, including flyers. And big shout out to Precious Mia Edward. She's actually the owner of Pink Cubicle, and she designed the lovely logo, and she also did our tagline, and then she basically give us a representation of exactly what the bread book means to us.
All right, and you got another shot from Chanel Voodoo. Sending you love. I think a lot of people from the south are tuned in.
Yes,
So
yes,
shout
they
out
are.
PI, shout out V4. That's my home base as well.
That's
So
your home
V4,
base.
V4, I'm a V4 guy as well. But this has been the Youth Economy Agency sponsored Youth Unplugged, the voice of millennials, where we highlight the young people within St. Lucian society who are making strides in their various fields of endeavor. And today was the female jackknife. Yasma St. Ange, the co-owner and founder of Breadbox 758, who's also a mother, proud mother, a tech retail specialist, and also an events planner. It was really wonderful having you here
Thank you
today.
so
And I must add
much.
that actually Yasma did call and express interest in being on the show. So I think that's a good thing. I mean, Youth Unplugged is actually making waves, and you are seeing the importance of highlighting your strides within society. So, yes, thank you very much once again.
Thank you so much for
And
having us.
hopefully, maybe next year there'll be some big, sub, big development in the business you can share with us.
I
All
know.
the youth.
Look, look at the bread book.
All right, folks, just reminding you that this Sunday will be the inaugural show for Golden Grooves, hosted by myself, Miguel Fevrier, every Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m., where we bring to you all those songs that will make your heart sing, the oldies. There's no time like the old. So until Sunday, and of course next week for Youth Unplugged, I am Miguel Fevrier. Take care of yourselves and each other.
But imagine, sometimes feeling like there's only 2 days in the week. Yesterday was Monday,